France, so that felt pretty cool. So why, you reasonably ask, do I tell you this? Well, because my real joy over getting to do this comes from the fact that I had to rework a lot of my personal goals when it came to creation. You may have to too, and while initially it seems like a painful process, it actually becomes something incredible that can spur you on to create more and more and more. See, when I was a kid, my goal was I want to write books that are on the shelf in Borders bookstore. Yeah, I'm that old. Why did that matter? Because that is where I discovered books that moved me. It was in Borders. That was my favorite place. So, of course, I associated that with this is how you find the good stories, so therefore, if I wrote a good story, that's where it would be. I had yet to learn that the publishing industry is kind of weird and backwards and gets spooked by things like no love triangles, which was one of my agent rejections, or not the kind of happy ending that they thought they could sell, which was several of my rejections. And I learned over time that my stories were different, so I had to go indie if I wanted them out in the world, or I had to change them. It was my choice, and I chose not to change them. But that meant I had to give up my dream of being in Borders. This was not easy. There were a lot of tears involved with this. But the thing is that nobody told me that what I actually wanted wasn't to be in Borders bookstores. Why did I pick Borders? Remember? Because that's where I found stories that moved me. Well, then what I actually wanted to do was provide readers with stories that moved them. I mistook what I actually wanted with what the world told me success was, which was being in a bookstore. What I actually wanted, I now have, which is readers who enjoy my work, interact with it, and are moved the way I'm moved when I read something that I like. Which is a long way to get to the main question. Why do you create? Yeah, I've asked this before, but it's something we have to come back to on the regular. Why do you really create? And yeah, to make money is a valid reason. I'm not gonna crap on that. That's completely fine, but you need a different reason alongside that one because there are going to be days when you don't make money even if you sell well. So why do you create? Nobody can answer that for you. You have to answer it for yourself. But once you do, it gives you a solid, realistic path that you can actually follow, and you can make that goal. It's kind of a big deal. It's really important, especially on those hard days. So creators, I put it to you. Why do you create? Work on that, chew on that, figure out what's actually at the core of that desire. And then sit down with me and let's make something new.